Hi guys, JP Spears. Welcome to your second virtual meeting, May 2023, Berkshire Hathaway Pro Realtors. All right, let's get started by saying thank you for being amazing out in the field, and we understand clearly that the market has adjusted. We have still a lack of inventory and still very much a need for properties, but we see kind of a leveling out, which is a very good thing right now in the market for everybody, especially with interest rates increasing. So I just want to remind you out there that the market's still relatively good. We just have to learn how to kind of adapt to this new kind of presence that we have in terms of understanding how to educate our buyers, and also educating the sellers as to the additional time it may take on market. So just remember that as an initial tip. But I wanted to get into a little bit about the brand. Brand recognition is very powerful. If you're not familiar with how to use the Berkshire Hathaway brand in ways that will affect your business positively, it is a great opportunity and time for you to engage with Nick or myself at the office and maybe have a sit down and talk about how we can help impact your business in a more positive way. There are some important factors to remember when you're speaking to the community, both the public and your fellow peers, if questioned about the Berkshire Hathaway brand. As we know, Berkshire Hathaway brands mean a lot. Ford, Mercedes, Chevrolet, Remax, a lot of the brands that you have grown up with have connected with generations in ways that have truly engaged in a positive way. Response is from the community by spending money based on trust and belief, and that there's integrity and there's factors about the brand that instill a sense of overall faith and belief that there's going to be a good product or service associated with that brand. Our job at the office is to continue to remind you of how to use those participation pieces, especially when you're talking to, say, a seller. We know that we had a listing last year that listed with us at $3 million. 40% of the reason why they chose us to list for them was because of the Berkshire Hathaway brand. They wanted to see the Berkshire Hathaway brand on their listing. We competed against 6 realtors of the highest level that they could find in Colorado Springs, and out of those, they of course did say, JP, we love your attitude and your style and your personality, but part of why we chose you is because we just feel that the Berkshire Hathaway brand will complement our listing. That was very valuable to hear that from a consumer. I think the confusion is oftentimes realtors truly believe that their business solely comes from their own efforts, from their own style, their own conversations, and their own ability to make the magic happen. I absolutely would compliment a realtor in lots of ways without discrediting that, but I would also disagree. I have to tell you, the Berkshire Hathaway brand, whether you acknowledge it or not, generates business working for you when you're not acknowledging it, and that's okay, but know that it means something. So let's talk about what it means to the world for a moment and how you can use that in your conversations when speaking to the communities. We do know that we have 50,000 agents with 1,500 offices across the world. I'd like to remind you guys, out of the top 50 companies in the network, Northern Colorado Brokers ranked number 50 this last year on performance. So when you talk about in the network, you are one of a participant of 155 agents across the Front Range. We have Boulder, Denver, Fort Collins, 2 in Colorado Springs, our Canyon City, and our Florence office, thanks to the Jennings, of course, on those additional offices. But we have agents across the Front Range at 155 total count. So when you're speaking to sellers and they say, and you would like to substantiate the size of your company, it's easy to say we have offices all across the Front Range, from Boulder, Fort Collins, Denver, Colorado Springs, Florence, and Canyon City, with 155 agents. I often use that in my marketing to let them know that, hey, when we launch your listing, we launch it off to our internal network first, giving Berkshire Hathaway agents first seen on your listing and the opportunity to bring a buyer quickly. It's a great sales tool. The halo effect. The halo effect is pretty impressive in itself, which means the Warren Buffett and the Berkshire Hathaway name connects with 73.2% of the global advertising network, which means any news that you see across the entire planet, 73.2% of it will acknowledge Berkshire Hathaway brand above all other brands. We are the 4th most admired company worldwide this year by Fortune magazine, and Forbes ranked us, Berkshire Hathaway, as the world's largest public company in 2022. The final really cool stat is Real Trends ranked us the largest brokerage in 2022 in the US by transaction size, which means that we really have a powerful presence in terms of brand recognition. I have to tell you, Berkshire Hathaway has done, in my opinion, more than RE/MAX has done in 50 years in a very short period of time. So congratulations to Berkshire Hathaway agents, pro agents. We are proud of you for being part of the network. And we again encourage you to use the Berkshire Hathaway brand more in your marketing to discover its true value when it comes to listing properties and attracting buyer clients. I want to take a few minutes to stop right here and introduce Nick Stair to bring in some additional comments and updates for you wonderful agents. Thank you.
Hey Pro Berkshire Hathaway agents, this is Nick, and today I'm going to tell you some updates regarding the brand refresh. First thing to note is that the last time when I spoke about the updated logos, I had mentioned how you could go into the Resource Center, go to the search bar and type in global branding, and there you could find the guidelines along with the new logos. And something I wanted to specify is that those logos that are available are just the global logos. So when you look at it, it will just say Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, but if you're part of a franchise like us, Rocky Mountain Realtors, it will not say that. If you'd like to find the logos that actually have the office-specific branding on them, you're going to want to head up to the upper right-hand corner where it shows your profile icon. From there, you're going to hit My Office. Then you're going to see these 3 tabs right here. You want to click the middle one that says Related. And then from there, you want to scroll down until you find a section that says Files. In this section, you will see 3 zip files. One that says Primary, one that says Secondary, and one that says Tertiary. And they are aptly named as such because they are showing you the priority in which these logos should be used. So the primary one should be primarily used, and in other instances, you would use your secondary and tertiary one as needed. As was mentioned in the previous company meeting, the Berkshire Hathaway shop was also updated in regards to the brand refresh. And at the time, the catalog was fairly small, only having a couple updated items. But now the catalog has actually been expanded, so now you have a full host of business cards, postcards, name tags, brochures, folders, stationery items, you name it. As of the moment, one key item that people are looking for is yard signs, which have not been refreshed yet. But the good news is that the shop is constantly being updated, and as such, we will keep in touch and let you know as further developments happen. As JP mentioned in the previous company meeting, we will be adopting the KV Core platform for your marketing and CRM needs. And as of the moment, we are slated to launch this month, but we don't have an exact date yet. So keep an eye out for when we send you an email with further details to come. And that is all I have for you today, so back to JP for some more updates.
Okay, Berkshire Hathaway Pro Agents, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Kim Paloma. Congratulations, Gail Kohlmeister, Joanne Godowski, and Megan Kennedy. This is a good time to celebrate and be appreciative for where you are in your careers, and we just wanted to congratulate you and say a big happy birthday. All right, 2 CE Hour credits. All of you amazing agents know how important it is for us to do things that help you become much better and perform in your profession. And so we want to continue offering opportunities to do CE credit courses throughout the year to help encourage you to not only make sure that you're compliant so that you do not have an audit, but to make sure that we are tuning you in so that you are absolutely some of the very best in the business. So you can anticipate an exciting class coming available to you, and it's provided by Brick and Mortar Home Inspections. And it will be by the founder, Mark Baxley, presenting us with a 2-hour CE credit on avoiding the aggravations of home inspections. It will take place on Thursday, May 18th, so this this is next week, everybody, at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. for 2 hours, as we mentioned, and it will be hosted at the Pikes Peak Library 21, which is up north. If some of you aren't familiar, we'll send you a link with a map and every bit of the information you'll need to assure your success in getting there. Food and drinks will be provided as well, so you can anticipate a great experience, good class, good course, CE credits, and some food and drink. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you at the library next week, and thank you for all of your efforts. Thank you so much, Pro Berkshire Hathaway agents. We truly value you, and if you have any questions or needs, just know we are always here and available to you. Now please go sell something.